Welcome to TRADEREP. This is Shorthammer. It is the 15th of August, 2019, and we're looking at Amazon. Now, from the 4-hour chart, we'll see that Amazon almost touched this trend line, or which would be the top of a channel that goes back to 2016. If we zoom out a little bit, I need to zoom out a little bit more so you can see it. See the structure here. This is the channel here. Now this channel goes back to 2016, maybe even earlier than that. But the last time that we pierced the channel, we went all the way to the bottom. Pierced it with volume. We went in, we pulled back, tested the top, then we rolled down to the bottom, pierced, and pulled back through. So our expectation this time, the way that we are just hanging around this area here with more bad news, we may not just tap the channel like we did last time we feathered the channel, didn't quite touch it. The previous drop, we tapped it and then the market rallied. This rally was based on the expectation of an interest rate cut. This is from June. So this here, with the global economy, I'll say, or global financial system, with all these central banks cutting rates, the pressure is on our Fed to cut rates, and they're talking as if they're still hawkish and that they don't feel the pressure. They feel the pressure, and we can see another rally like this. But the question is, when will we see it here? Or will we see that rally here or here? So this is what we have to watch for. We don't have to try to preempt or guess when it's going to start. We'll know. But we want to watch these levels, this channel. Then once we break into it, these supply demand zones, and the lower portion of the channel. And this is a downtrend from the last drop. So we'll see where we go on Amazon. This is just a 4-hour to give us a bigger overall view of it. I want to delve into the 5-minute chart so we can see exactly what happened yesterday. So here we are on the 5-minute chart. So if we see yesterday, we closed the market right above the 1823 area, which gave us a slight indication of being bullish, that we can hold this supply demand zone and that the buying could come in and push us to the next supply demand zone. But what did they do overnight? Banana in the tailpipe. They rolled us down through the supply demand zone, and our first bounce, or true bounce, was a run right into this 1805 supply demand line, pull back into the pivot, roll through. Next supply demand line is 1798, curved under, retested, and right before the open, we failed through the 1792, back tested, and we rolled down slowly, little pullbacks, right into the 1762 area, and right off the 1756 supply demand line. And now if you look at my prior videos, I didn't draw these lines today. These lines, these pinkish lines, have been here. So we see this pullback, trying to catch a bid on the 1762s, and that's what we're trying to do. They're trying to catch a bid on the 1762s because they want to get us up out of here. The bulls want us back up through these levels, but the catalyst that it'll take for that to happen, I don't know if we're going to see that. The potential is that we'll see a little bit more downside, so we'll see what happens. But they definitely would like us to catch a bit of a bid here. So if we zoom out, let's see, below this 1762, 1747 supply demand zone, our next supply demand zone is 1689 by 1699. Now we have pivots in between and areas in between, but I like to take it zone to zone if the momentum is proper. If we have the proper momentum and the proper catalyst, I'll take whatever trade that I'm in. It's zone to zone. That's the expectation. You can get out earlier if you see turbulence building. You can scale out if you have multiple contracts, but usually that's my expectation. And if we look back on Amazon usually is when it has the proper momentum and proper catalyst, as most big movers do. They move zone to zone. So my expectation of Amazon coming into today, we're not sure what the news will be. Pretty sure the president will be trying to pump up the market, as any president would in this situation. So I'm going to be looking at, let's pull this out a little bit. This is the main intraday pivot, 1772. Let's see if we're able to get over that. I expect a touch of the 200 SMA at some point if the buyers do step in. I expect the 1792 area to hold up if we make it that far. And I'm expecting a up and then a back down and maybe a push through. A break below this 1756 area will be a sign to me that we're probably going to go through the 1747, and that's what I'll be watching for, to maybe catch a trade down into this, 1725 or lower. And this is a bluish trend line. I feathered this. I didn't draw it in pink as the other ones because I believe there was only a single interaction with this one, and it was on an overnight flare down here. If we remember this. If we go down here again and test this again, and I see an interaction from buyers or sellers on this line, then I'll turn it into one of these pink lines. But for now, it's just a blue line. But that's what I'm watching for, that 1725, and maybe a spill into the 1600s on Amazon. If the buyers do step in and either sideways or we get the proper catalyst, then I'm watching for the 1790s. And how do we interact with the 1792 area, the 1798, and the 1805? For me, the 1798 is the swing door area. We have to get through that before we can really see any true upwards momentum. Then to regain the 1805s and to regain the 1818 by 1823 supply demand zone to even think to push up into the 1845s.